Hi, Peter Hayden here, and I help guide organizations unlocking the potential of data analytics and AI within the Microsoft ecosystem. And in today's video, I want to explore what I'm calling, sure it's not new, the innovation mindset for how organizations think about adopting AI technologies. And this is something that I've been thinking about for the last year and a half. We've obviously had ChatGPT, the introduction of that end of 2022, that has put AI in front of many people. It was always AI as a broader context has been involved for many, many decades. But the thinking behind how can we use this generative AI technology has really changed conversations that I've been having in recent times. And I'm in a position where I get to enjoy lots of those conversations, and I can helping customers on their journey, and sometimes it's even understanding what they've been doing and taking those steps. And so I want to sort of think about what is in that, what the thinking that goes into this, organizational thinking that goes into this, that differentiates those organizations and the around those that do adopt and those that don't adopt AI technologies. So I'm going to just leave you with 7 things today that I've been thinking about on terms of what you should consider when thinking about how you go about adopting AI in your organization. And I'm going to put these into 2 broad categories, and you'll be surprised that technology doesn't really feature in this. It comes down to what I think is people, first and foremost, and culture. So let's have a look at some of the people items that differentiates those organizations that are going ahead with AI. And the first one comes down to a strategic vision, having the right leadership. So organizations that have their leaders that enable the space for exploring with AI, taps into that sort of experimentation, the ability to risk take, to know that yes, we can do something that's going to be a little bit new, but they see how something like AI can be useful for the organization. So having at the top that buy-in from those key C-level officers and executives is going to be really important to actually get motion going. And certainly, yes, in the organizations I've seen where they've been talking about, usually the leadership is asking for this, and quite often asking IT teams or technology teams how to go about doing it. So that's really positive that is happening. Not in every case, but a lot of cases that is there. So organizations are generally thinking about AI. The other thing that's important is a customer-centric approach. So when I say about customer-centric, that could be a customer that you might have. If you're a commercial organization, that would be your customers, your clients that engage you for services and products. It could be more of a service provider, so government or healthcare, like where your clients and customers are those that engage your services. Or the customer could be the people inside your organization. So think about the employees and staff who can benefit from AI. And the more I do work with technology, particularly AI, it's not about buying a product, an AI tool that's going to do something for you. It's about how you embed that with the people and the jobs they need to do. So making sure that when you think about your use cases and how it's going to affect your organization, keep those, whether it's your external customers or your internal customers, your employees, have got to be really central to that vision. The third on the people side is having the right teams, and they need to be collaborative. So teams need to obviously work together, but finding they're also cross-functional. So they're not just siloed to, say, a particular area of the organisation. It's going to engage different people who have different perspectives around that. And we're seeing that it's like leadership, technology teams, we've got legal people involved, we'll come to more of that in a moment, and operational people, customer service facing folk, a range of people involved in these initiatives. So certainly they're going to be very important to be part of the journey for adopting AI technologies. So let's look at the culture side of again, what the thoughts around taking this innovation mindset. And I sort of mentioned it before, but it's around experimentation and risk-taking. So an organisation needs to be prepared. They are going to perhaps be taking some risks, whatever they do. There's no guarantees for success at this stage. I think we've seen lots of use cases where there's some early adoption of AI, a lot of things like customer service bots, internal or external, that are seem to be a very common sort of use case that is providing some value. But as you go up the value chain, this is a whole new world effectively of what generative AI and classical AI can give you. But it is knowing that you need to take these steps in experimenting and taking risks. Now, I'm saying you need to invest millions of dollars and years of effort and development people to do this up. You can do this in really small, bite-sized, manageable chunks, so you can manage that risk really well, and make measured investments towards this. But nonetheless, it is an act of what the organisation is prepared to do. Number 5, and this is something that certainly is happening in conversations, is around what are the ethics and responsible AI usage. All right, so making sure that whatever is being done leveraging AI is done in the right way, doesn't cause a detriment to or biases for people inside your organization or outside your organization, and making good use of the data you have in an ethical, responsible way that is not just about sort of increasing there for the sake of profits, but ensuring that it is fair and equitable where possible. And by doing that, then yes, you may get some advantages around services, products you provide, or how you help your customers, or put you in an advantageous position. But it's all about using that data responsibly, ethically, and there's probably that there might be some other, I imagine, laws and frameworks that may apply to wherever you are. I know in some jurisdictions in Australia, there's frameworks for assessing the application of AI when used, for example, inside a government. So those all get tied in here as well, I guess, as a wrapped up way, but being aware of any compliance or regulatory needs you have around the use of your data and use of AI for that. It's going to be really important. You can't ignore that. It's essential to be able to make sure that whatever you're doing is going to be help drive for the greater good. Number 6, continuous learning. So, US. So, a bad day spelling. Continuous learning and being adaptable to that continuous learning is not a one-time event. You don't get get leadership, you get some people together and focus on a customer and take one set of activities. It's around what do you learn as part of that. So setting up a bit of a community of practice or a centre of excellence around AI as you evolve use cases is going to be essential, so that you can, like a flywheel, get better results as you iterate. So again, sometimes organisations don't embrace that. They run sort of solo projects without connecting those on, learning from them. But again, to help with that adoption of AI, absolutely is going to be critical to have that continuous learning and be able to share those stories, good or bad. And it's perfectly okay if something doesn't work, you've done an experiment, done taken a risk, and something doesn't work out, learn from that and improve on next time. And of course, you want to measure the results and the return on investment, but do it in measured ways, and seek guidance from people outside your organisation. I work for an IT company, and we certainly can provide value, for example, and lots of other organisations similar to us around how to bring these things together and make these work. So don't be afraid to part of that endeavour, feed that in. There was maybe a bonus one I had planned, but focus on how you can think about this inside your own context. And that probably is relevant to the very last one here, which is around investing. And that might be investing in, I'll call it resources. So that might be skills for your team. It might be technical resources, whether it's on-premises or cloud infrastructure. It might be tools and software. Obviously, time for your people. It might be then in getting outside help for that. So again, think about as you go through budget setting exercises, how do you start thinking about how AI impacts the services and products you provide to your customers, the support, the whole value chain you provide, that can then drive the right outcomes in a responsible way. So there you have it. There's seven things to think about for bringing together an innovation mindset to help you with adopting AI. Certainly, if you found this video useful, please let me know. A like is really good. That helps me understand types of topics you're interested in. I can do more of these videos and share things I learn with you as well. You can contact me if you like through my website. I'll put the details below, and I'll see you next time.